Day 12 for Junk Journal January. Our prompt is Throwback. This is Bev from Art by Bedell, and boy, do I have something to show you. Throwback. So what I went to when I thought of throwback was, oh, throwback, let's see. Let's dig out our very first art journal, our junk journal that we ever made. And when I look at it now, I think, my, how things have changed. It's not horrible by any means, but boy, have it's changed. That's all I can say. So I decided that what I was going to do with this journal was to go through and pick out a few things that I have used in this journal and recreate a new page in my next journal. So I've gone to the first page and I thought, I haven't used the map in a little while. Recently, it was probably sometime in December, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyhow, that was the first time I had used a map in a very long time. So I have pulled out a piece of map. We're going to do that. Now, I thought, well, there's a pocket here. I thought, well, maybe I could just recreate this page and see if we can, and then compare this page to that page. But I just made a pocket yesterday for the prompt, and I really don't want another pocket so close to this one. It's funny, in this journal, all there are pockets. So anyhow, so I turned the next page, and I thought, well, this is not bad. And I thought, oh, I haven't used my wallboard tape. So I pulled out my tape for that. And then I continued on through here, and I'm like, what else can I use? Okay, let's do a page tab. We do page tabs all the time. I do page tabs all the time, but it's in this old journal, so let's add a page tab to our page also. And we're continuing on. As you see, it's all about the pockets. There's some old lace in here. And I'm not seeing anything yet that I want to add. So, and as you can see, I haven't even used this washi tape. Let's use some washi tape. So I will pull out some washi tape that I want to use on this page. Probably I'll pick some out when I get a color theme going. Right now, I'm not sure what I would use, but I have my washi tape beside me. So I'll pull out a piece of washi tape. Now this element I did like, and that is the beginning of a roll of the paper that is for a player piano. And I did like this, but I don't have any more of that. So we can't add that. And I usually add jelly prints to my journals. And there's that lace. Let's see. What else? Is there anything else in here that we might want to add to our new page in our journal? Oh, I thought there was one more thing. Where did it go? Probably just haven't come across it yet. Here we go. I've been making stationery right along, but I haven't used like this one is, where there's paper and some fabric and then it was all sewn on. So I haven't used, I guess what I want to say is I haven't been using the stitching on the stationery paper I've been making. So I'm going to keep that out just for a reminder. And so far, that's what we're going to go with. We'll put this old journal aside and start our new page in our Junk Journal January journal. That's a mouthful, isn't it? See, I already did the 4 pockets on this side, and we're working on the back side. I did not want to put another pocket here, even though if I were to do throwback, it would have to be a pocket because that's what I did the most of. So I've picked out this piece of map. I'm not real impressed with it. So can we make it so that we like it, or should we get something different? I think it's a matter of sink or swim with this. I've already torn it to size. Let's just go with it and challenge ourselves to making this look beautiful on our page, Throwback. So there we have that. And let's just go ahead and glue that down. We're going to put aside this page for now. We're just going to work on this side for now. And we'll glue this down and then go from there. And like I say, I really don't care for this map. So we have to do something. How about if we get some inks out? Let's see. We've been doing pink, green. We've done some yellow, pink, green, brown. We've got brown, of course, always with our vintage photo. And the outside of this page, we're going to turn it over so that it's like this, so that we have just a little less bulk that we're working on here. And we know we're going to want to add a piece of this drywall tape if we can get it started. I think that's the end of it. There we go. And it's pretty sticky. Now let's just put a piece of it down along here. So there's some added texture already. And I think I still want to go with some inks. Do I want to spray inks? If I want to spray ink, I want to protect my surface a little so I don't have to change my background paper so soon. And I'm also going to protect this side here. Isn't this getting pretty? We can use this pretty soon, probably. Actually, let's set that aside. That might be done. And I think we have another piece we can get somewhere. There we go. So now we're going to just maybe spray a little bit of, oh, our pink we have is really, really intense. Let's go with some blue. That's a pretty blue. Now we're going to add our really intense pink. It's picked raspberry. See what I mean? Oh. And then we'll tone that down with our vintage photo. But our map's looking better, yes? And then I would like to take this page, flip it over, and rub off some of the excess ink. And then we have a new page to start. Look at this, guys. How cool is that? So it's certainly, I laugh because I'm thinking there's way too much brown on that. Let's dry it. And I wasn't thinking, you know what? Will this come up? This will come up. And then look at the design that we have down there. And that brings back some of the white, so it's not quite so brown, so I'm not laughing so much right now. Let's dry this. There we go. How about we take a stencil to it now, guys? This, our drywall tape, acted as a stencil. I have this stencil, TCW 458S. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my modeling paste and I'm going to add some of these circles to our page. So let's start. We can get rid of maybe this page for a moment. No, let's protect our other page. Let's start up here in the corner and add this one. And then we'll come down here and add part of this one. And over here, let's do a little splat. Guess we're getting a couple splats. And then, let's see, we'll go and add the big circle. Turn our stencil so it doesn't hurt anything else. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to go wash the stencil and I'll be back. All right, we're going to set this side aside to dry, for the modeling paste to dry. And while that's drying, we're going to make our piece of stationery. So I always use coffee stained copy paper for my stationery. And I think that, let's see, I have to decide where on that page that I want to add my stationery. The other side of the page was this piece of vellum here, and then we'll just clip it to our page. So we have to make it so that it will fit on our page, and I'm going to fold it into thirds. And it's a little bit too tall, so we're going to tear both sides of it just a little bit. And then we want to ink up around the edges of it. There's our piece of stationery. I'm thinking that all I have really to journal is thought for the day and gratitude. That's what this journal is. So I'm going to tear off one panel and just use that much. That still is plenty of room for our thought for the day. And let's see, do I like that? What's wider on one side than the other? Do I care? I think that it's too much of a difference. So I'm going to fold it in like this and have it be like that. That'll be the back side. Now we need to add to the top of our paper, which would be this. It's all too odd for me, guys. Let's start with a different piece of paper. Okay, I have a piece of coffee stain copy paper. I want it to only be that big. So I'm going to fold it in half. Instead of vertically, I'm going to go horizontally, and I'm going to tear that so I don't have as big a piece of stationery. This is a smaller journal. We don't need that big a piece of stationery. So with that, we need to ink up again. Here we go. And then we'll fold this in thirds. Let's see if we can get it more to the same size this time. There we go. Now that's more like what we have created here. So we'll use this as the panel that we'll decorate. And we have to remember that we're doing gratitude and thought for the day. So we have those words to go on here. We need, let's see, to add some paper to it. And how about this paper that will match what we did over there? It's coming to use already. And let's see, what part of this do we want to use? I really like kind of like the middle part of it here. So let's tear this up. Now we have this to put on our stationery, and we're only going to do, maybe we need to do both sides because we're going to do both sides. So let's fold this in half, and this will be our little topper that we're going to put down over the top like this. Let's ink it all up, and that will glue right down over the top like that. So we'll have a topper on the front and a topper on the back. Awesome. Now we can glue that down. It's looking good already, guys. We have this piece of wallboard tape that we could put. Let's see if we can either cut it or tear it. Let's cut it right down the middle. And then we'll have a piece to go across each side. We have our wallboard tape on our stationery. And it looks like I cut a heart out of some dictionary paper. So I think we need to incorporate some dictionary paper into our topping. Here's some dictionary paper. All right, let's see about a label or two. I'm thinking a round label to go with what's underneath this punched flowers, like a round label. And I do believe I have a couple. There's one for one side, one for another side. We have 2 punched little flowers. I don't have that punch anymore. In my basket of flowers, I'm thinking we can find something. Here are some punched flowers that I have. There's those little tiny ones that look real cute too. I think the ones that I made are too green for me. Although there's blue, I think they're too big. Maybe if I didn't add quite as much green. Let me see. I mean, our page is bright, right? All right, so we're going to go with, I think I need to get my other page out here. Blue would be okay to add. And I think the green will be okay too. But if we do that blue one there, we have to have something for over here. We're going to go with that because that's what we have. So to put these flowers together, we're going to use a brad. So we want a silver brad. We're going to use these little screw head ones again. Now this flower, the brad will go down through that bigger hole. To fix that, I'm going to take a piece of our paper that's left over, and I'm going to use my 5/8 inch punch. And let's go with the brown or the green. Let's see what we decide we want on there. There's the brown. I said green, I meant pink. There's the pink. We're going to go with the pink. So I will poke holes down through the center of all of these and take our brad that has the screw head on top. Poke it through without ripping it, without ripping it. And then this one, of course, is just going to stay on. Now that one wants to move around because, of course, the brad does not fit on there perfectly. And we'll push that down. So there's one flower. And then we have this other flower. And we're going to add, I think, a little bigger circle to go behind that one. My next size up is 1 1/8, which is probably too big. Let's give it a try. And then where's our little piece we were going to put on? Actually, it'll work. It's all good, guys. It's all good. I'll move this around a little to try to make that circle a little bigger so that hopefully our brad won't tear it. So I'm happy with those flowers. We can stick our page back. I'm still waiting for that to dry. And we can put this together. So we didn't have any lace. It's not exactly the same. It's okay. Glue this down. Our thought for the day. And then our flower. And then we'll do somewhat of the same thing on the other side. That completes our stationery. So you tell me, which do you like better? Is one any better than the other? I didn't do any stitching. Uh-oh, we're not done yet. Well, we messed that up, but that's what our stationery is. So the stationery is going to be added to the vellum page like this with just a paper clip. I have one of these little, it's gold, but it's going to have to do. Little gold paper clip with a heart on it. There we go. So no pocket involved. And then we'll come back to this. So I'm sorry, but I forgot to turn my camera back on when I went for break to wait for this to dry. But what I have done was I added some more ink up here to grunge that down a little bit. And then I remembered that we had to add some washi tape. So I put this strip of washi tape that matches the pink pretty well in the spray. So that completes our piece of stationery. So we went from something like this to this. So this is a little rough, yes, but I really don't mind it. This is much brighter. I think the styles are different, so it's kind of hard to compare. Actually, yes, the styles are different because this was way back, I don't know even how many years ago that I made that journal. It was a long time ago, probably at least 10 years ago. So that completes that, and we'll put it on our vellum with this little gold heart paper clip. And that's our throwback for that part of it. And then the other page is our throwback with our map. And I did add those little circles that I was going to add on my flower page and then forgot to. I had to get our numbers out. And not only was it our map, but it has our washi tape, and then it has our drywall tape here, and then also the pieces that I had cut off from over here. I also put some lace on here, and I stitched. So I have my lace and my stitching that this one also had. So that completes our throwback. It was fun to do. I might just have to do that again sometime. I have another older journal that I could go through and maybe even pick out a page. It'd be kind of fun to actually pick out a page and redo that page, which was what I intended, but I just didn't find a page that I wanted to redo that didn't include a pocket. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye now.